collections and then we'll move further. Okay. So let me share my screen again. Hope you are able to see my screen, right? Please acknowledge. Hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now we are having in collections only. We will have some topics today. So let me run one code. Okay. So first, all the parents can hold its child references, right? So we discussed like vehicle V is equal to new car. Remember this example, right? So similarly, when you are creating any collection object, I would suggest to go with its parent as a reference, like list L is equal to new array list. Okay. The way you are creating should be like this. List L is equal to new array list. You can add generics if you want. Right? So like this. I would suggest go with the left side as interface and right side as object. Like vehicle V is equal to new car, how is to write? Similarly, you can try like this. This is one of the standard. You can say why is that, what is the difference it will make, right? So now let me show you one thing. Okay. So now L dot add. Why is the error? Anyone guess?
Integer
Why the error?
value.
It's not integer value, right? The string. Right? Now I can able to add string. Now let's have some different order. Okay? Some names. Okay. So now let me print it also. I don't think it will print. Let's try once. Okay. So you can see like all insertion order it is there, right? So now I thought of changing array list to linked list or something else. Just need to change here, right? No need to change the code, right? Just what I'm doing here, because I'm using child here, right? I need to change in all the places. Only one place if I'm changing. So now directly it moved from array list to linked list. If I want to change any other child, right, I can change. So what other child is there?
Vector, sir.
Vector. Right? No change in code. Just I need to change left side of code, it will automatically change, right? So this is better way if we are using left side as interface, right? Parent and child should come in right side. Okay. So make a habit if someone is asking you to create a set, right? You select yes equal to new add set like this. Make it habit. Always try to use a left side interface, right side. Even you can see like most of the senior developers who are developing, they will write like this only. Okay. So always try to use like this. Okay. This is like it's not like it's a mandatory, but you can try this option, right? So any questions? You'll understand more when we are going in some project. So why interfaces are important in left side, right? So many frameworks they develop based on this only. Easily we can change object, right, without changing any much code. So it will be a dynamic changing. Changes will happen automatically. Okay. Now let's go back here. RLS, right? So now I'm printing L, right? So you can see the order is there. Right? Zaki, Yanis, Bashir, Asif, Zubair. Right? So what if I want to organize it, order it? There is one thing called collections. We can pass L. What I'm doing? Collection dot start. I'm just passing L. Right? So before and after we'll print it. Right? Now if I'm running it, you see the difference. The first one is order is Zaki, Yanis. Second order is you can see like it's in a alphabetical order. Right? Now reverse order. If I want to make it reverse, let me have this one also as a separate one. Okay. So now let me run them once again. So first one is unordered, right? So whatever we give an insertion order, we will be there. Second one is alphabetical order. Third one is alphabetical order but reverse. Got it? Right? Similarly, if you are having 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So let's do integers. Okay. Okay. Now I given numbers, right? So first one will be unordered. Like insertion order it will follow. What first one? What it will print? 5, 1, 2, 1, 0. Second one.
0 1 1 2 5, sir.
0, 1, 1, 2, 5. Third one.
5 2 1 1 0.
5 2 1 1 0.
So understood, right? So how collection is working, right? So now let's run it. Okay, as you said, first one is insertion order because list will follow insertion order, right? So second one, I am organizing it. I am making it in organized order. Third one, okay. So now let's again do another experiment, okay? So let's use a set. I will use a separate program. Let it be there. I want to show you something else here. So till here you understand, right? So collection dot sort will help me to organize in alphabetical order if it is in string. If I'm passing number, it will pass in minimum, right? So if I'm using reverse order, it is doing maximum to minimum, minimum to maximum, right? So those things I am playing here, right? So now let's do another experiment in sets. Please note down I want you to be very attentive. So it's previous classes only. I just showing one difference you can identify. Okay. So now, how to write a set? What is the recommendation?
Set S is equal to
Say Set.
new hash set.
hash set. Right? Now, let's go with integer size of now. I'm expecting one question. No one is asking. Let's see till last I will give. Okay. Now we are using.
So set has no order, sir. How can we?
Yeah. You listen. Okay. So now set dot add. Right. So we'll add 5. Same numbers will add up. Wherever 5 1 2 1 0. Seven 2 1 0. Right. Now let's print it. So next one is let's call collection dot sort. Can I call collection dot sort here? Right, it is accepting list only. You can see here, it will not accept a set. Right. So now let's print it first. Let's see what will happen. This is one of the interview questions they are asking, continuously asking. I want you to think how we can solve this problem. Okay. So now let me print it. So 0 1 2 5. Right. So I want some order to be misplaced. Let's try. It's always organizing. What can do to make it unordered? Obviously coming in order. Okay, so normally order is not guaranteed here, right? So how to make this as ordered one? There is one concept, preset, right? So when I'm writing instead of hash set, just converting to preset. Right? So now let's see what will happen. Actually, this one ordered it. That's why, because you remember the hierarchy collection, right? What is the hierarchy collection? What is tree set? Tree set will be a son of
Sorted set class,
sorted
sir.
set, right? Sorted set means it will organize in order. If you are having anything, if you want to make sure that set should be ordered, what you need to do? You need to go with the tree set, right? It will remove the duplicates at the same time. It will arrange in order also, right? So now let's back to here, right? So there will be a question stating, I want to remove the duplicates from list. What is the question? I want to remove the duplicates from list. How I can do that? Can anyone want to guess how I can remove the duplicates from list? I'm not going deep. I want you to try all these options. You need to think more. You need to think in Java. That's how you can
Sir,
do
we
that.
can name the array list as a set, sir.
Then it's a set, it will become set, right? I want to remove the duplicate from it. Let list, don't touch the list. You can change it to some other thing, right? But I want to remove it. So how I can remove the duplicates? You are near, but I don't want to use that option. You are saying you need to make it as a set, right? Yes or no?
Sir, by using
By using?
list,
Hmm?
by using list, sir.
By using it already list, right? I want to remove it. How you can remove duplicate? I want to listen. Just try it out. Seniors can tell. What is the way I can easily remove the duplicates? Josefa, you are saying something? You want to try? Archana? Who else is there? Pratyusha? Raja? How I can remove duplicates? Jaldi, I need to take more class today. I need to play many things. Just Lord. Oh, you're speaking from name. He's saying Lord distinct. Where is distinct? You're not having. That's in streams. Simple thing is what I did. Just first list in a set. What will happen in this case? Remove duplicates. So what we need to say is someone interviewer is asking, then they will, you need to say like convert it to set, pass it to set. There is a one constructor which will accept all the collection objects, right? So when you're going here, see, hash set is accepting collections, right? So hash set, we are having one constructor which will accept a list, any parent of its own, right? So when I'm passing this, you can see like I remove the duplicate within a single line of code, right? So now we are not having any duplicates, is it?
Yes, sir.
Pass, yes. Now we are having no more duplicates, right? So till we are good. Any questions? Right. So another question they will ask, I will not give answer also, right? They will say don't use any predefined methods, manually remove the duplicates. Okay. So you write a logic to remove the duplicates. Okay, this is one of the homework I want, Umar.
Okay, sir.
Remove the duplicates without using this method. Just you need to use loops and you need to remove it. Okay. So now let's move next. Okay. I'm expecting that question not yet come. Okay. So I'm waiting for that question. Someone will ask. Okay. So now this is easy, right? Sorting integer is very easy. Sorting string is a very easy. You are aware, right? I no need to do anything. But how about the box? So I want to sort the box. What I can do? If I want to compare the box, what I can do, right? So now here you can see this is just a numbers, right? Numbers we can add, we can sort, we can organize in any way. How we can compare and sort box, right? For example, box B is equal to new box. I'm passing 1, 2, right? Then I'm saying 2, 2. Then I'm saying 3. I'm saying okay. So this one is B1, B2, B3, B4, and we'll have it as B0. Okay. So now we are having how many boxes? 5 boxes are there,
5,
right?
sir.
So now let's add another box also. Okay. Box B5 is equal to B0. Okay. So how many objects are there?
5, sir.
5. This one is not an object, right? So this B5 is just referencing B0,
0.
right? So now let's write some code to comparison. Okay. If B0 double equal to 5. So both are equal. Okay. And not equal. Okay. Now running this code, right? So now let me run this. Both are equal, right? So now complexity will increase. Please listen carefully. If B0 dot equals B5, right? So please be attentive. This one is very important for interview. You need to understand this. One is for double equal to, right? One is for equals method. Yes. So what it will print here?
Both are equal, sir.
Both the places will get the same thing, right? Right click and now Java application, right? Both are equals, both are equals. Why? Because both are same object. Even memory location is also same. Even contents also same. Even hash code is also same. If I'm printing B0 and B5, I will get the same value. Right? Because I return two strings. Let me remove the two strings for some time, okay? So I want to show the hash code also. So both are same numbers, right? There is no difference between these two objects. All are same, just reference is changing. Now let's compare with some other thing. We can see here P4 and P2. P4 and P2. Please check these two, okay? V4 and V2. Now let me compare the same thing, V4 and V2. So what will be the answer?
Not equal, sir. For equal to equals method, it will be equal, sir.
Please let me know here whether it's equal or not equal.
Not equal.
Not equal, sir.
Not equal. In this case,
Equal.
Equal, sir.
are you sure? See, there is a slightly difference in string and here. I will explain you later. Okay. Asif is saying both are not equals. So anyone else? Just I'm waiting.
Sir, we need to convert here to the string method, sir. In string method, it is all equal method is already overridden, sir.
So you want to convert this box to a string?
I think, sir.
You are thinking in right direction, but in wrong answer. Okay. So now let me know how you are saying, if you are saying this one is true, right? So let's comment this code for some time. Okay, I will remove these lines as of now. Make sure that I'm having low number of objects to avoid confusion, right? Now, how you are saying these two objects are equal?
Sir, they has both the same data, sir. That's why.
You are saying data, right? Based on that you are saying, right?
Yes,
But
sir.
what about the memory? What about this new
Sir,
keyword?
by using double equal to, it will check memory address, no, sir. By using equals method, it will check data, no, sir.
Data, content, right? It's not
Yes,
data,
sir.
content, right?
Yes, sir.
So where it is, what is the content for this? You are saying 2 and 3. Here you can easily tell, right? Because
Yes.
B0 and B5, you are 100% sure, right? Right? We discussed about Srikant and Pandit. Okay, two names are there, right? So both are same guys. You can compare anyhow. His height, his weight, everything will compare, right? Because both people are same, right? But in this case, how you'll say? For example, another Huzaifa came, right? Her name was also same. Then you'll say both people are same. How to do that? These two are not same, right? Let me run it. So, not equal and not equal. Right? Two people having Muhammad Anis Ahmed, same name, same height. Both are complete objects, right? Different objects, right? How you can say these two are equal? You are understanding my point, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So content equal doesn't mean that they are two equals. But if you want to define it, you need to define it, right? If I say like Aadhaar number is same, even name is different, these people are duplicate, right? There is a chance. Like Anis Ahmed, same person, we will have sometimes Ahmed Anis. Sometimes in some places I am having Muhammad Anis Ahmed. But in all the places, my Aadhaar number is same. Then you can able to differentiate. But based on only these values, you need to define it, right? How we can define it? So what we need to do is we need to override equals method. Okay, so you remember that equals method, right? So it is coming from parent. Who is parent of all? Who is parent of all?
Object class, sir.
Object class. So what I need to do is I need to override object class. So now I am going source, right? Here you can see I am having hash code and equals. Where I am having hash code equal here. Right? In this case, what I need to do, I need to choose all the properties like IH, then I need to override it. Now what I'm doing, I'm taking object and I'm comparing whether both are same or not. So you as of now, you just ignore this. This one is automatically done, no problem, right? So till now. So here you can see I'm having comparing with H and H and L and L. So what is the meaning of it is like I'm comparing with current object with, for example, in this case, right? This is the current object, right? This one is other object. Okay, B4 is a current object and I am comparing with the B2. Then I'm comparing, I'm saying like just compare length, don't compare width. If length is same also, both are duplicate, right? I can define, right? If I want to only compare width, I can compare width. If I want to compare both, I can compare both. So in this case, what I am defining is the other object which is coming and the current object is this object, right? So if both are same, H is equal to double H, L is equal to other L, then both are same. If one is changing chain, both are not same, right? Let's remove this as of now, right? So I'm having box object, this one is other object, this one is my current object. Then if both are same, its height are same and weight length is same, then I'm considering as equal. Otherwise, I'm not considering as equal. In this case, now I'm coming back. Let me run the code. Now you can see, right? Both are equal. Why? Because now I'm comparing length with length, height with height, right? Then both are equal. Now if I'm changing, for example, 2 to 4, right? Now both are not equal. Why? So anything, I'm comparing each and everything. I'm comparing length, width, I'm comparing, right? So no, I just width is enough for me, right? So what I can do is I will remove first one where a parameter is height, right? So let's remove height. I'm just removing height. I'm saying length is enough for me for calculation, right? So in this case, what will happen? Even though, right, height is different, still I am comparing it as both are same. So when I'm running it, you can see both are equal. Why both are equal? Because I'm saying only compare length, don't compare width, right? This is I am defining my comparison perspective, right? I don't want to go automatically and compare hash code and compare equals, right? I don't want to do that. I am defining my own. In that case, what will happen? This will compare and it will give me the results. Got it? So now let's reiterate it. Why I am explaining this, right? When we are comparing with numbers, no confusion. 1 is equal to 1. Any doubt? 2 is equal to 2. Any doubt? 2 is not equal to 3. Any doubt? So you are already aware how to compare numbers, right? Anis is equal to anis. String anis is equal to anis. That also you are aware, because it is going to name, string, you are comparing. What about object? When you are comparing object, you cannot directly compare by using double equal to or dot equal to, right? You need to override the equals. Same question I asked when in interview, I will say like, so how will you compare two numbers? Then they will say, we'll compare with this double equals. Then I will say, how you will compare with string, right? Then they will say, I will use the double equals and dot equals. Double equals for memory references, dot equals if the object we are using new. String yes is equal to new if you are using, it will create a out of here. That's why we are comparing with it, right? So now I will come back to objects. How will you compare objects? Then they will confuse. They will say we'll use dot equals, like what we said, right? Dot equals, it will compare the content. Actually, it will not compare contents. We need to define which one to get compared. Then they will say what they need to say. They need to say like, we need to override hash code and equals when we want to compare two objects. So how we can compare objects? You need to say, I need to compare, I need to override hash code and equals method, then we can able to compare. Got it? Hash, you need to define it again, right? So when I'm writing hash code, one of the question is hash code. Let's print this hash code. What will happen? Okay. So here I am comparing with B2 and B4, right? B2, B4. Now I'm running it, right? Let me remove those things. Page to string. Answer. As of now, I'm removing it because I want to print the actual hash code, right? So both are different objects, right? If you want to print hash code, let's print hash code. One zero 1087, right? So now let me pass the same values. Right? What will happen? 1056. Why? Because comparing hash code is I am using hash method for those two numbers. So I'm creating hash code also, I'm overwriting and I'm saying same. Okay. So always don't go with only dot equals. Always try to overwrite hash code and equals when you want to compare objects. Okay. So any questions? Sir, it's okay, sir. We can compare two objects by using hash code and equals override. So how we can compare sorting? Right? So now what we are doing, we are just comparing equal or not equal, right? Which one is bigger, which one is smaller, how we can identify, right? This one is the one question when they will say to sort the objects, right? So normally string, we don't need to worry. What we'll do? String will be alphabetical order. We just reversed it also, right? So how about sorting the boxes? For example, let me do that, right? 1, 2, 3. Right? 4, 7, 5. Okay. So now I'm different things, right? So another thing, let me come back to this sorting once again. Okay. So why hash code is important? Why hash code we are overriding, right? We are just comparing object. We don't need to worry, right? So why we need to override hash code? Anyone want to guess why we are overriding hash code also with equals? If someone is saying, let me know. I will give them 10 rupees. Comparing, this one is okay, right? Double equal to dot equals is fine, right? So to compare. So why we are overriding hash code? Even it will not help me to compare double equals, right? So what is the advantage of using hash code? Why I overwritten it? In which object will use normally hash code? So Yorun is there, right? So no voice is coming.
Until I confirm that I know the answer, I will say. If it will be definitely wrong only.
Hasib,
Yes, sir.
so where will you use hash code and why I am overriding hash code?
Sir, don't know, sir.
Tariq, Jamil. Just I want guess. Here we are having
No,
seniors
sir.
also. Raja, you want to try?
Sir, hash set, sir.
Very good. Hash set, right? So here we are comparing. It's fine. When to remove duplicate, we need a hash code. If you are adding these objects in hash code, so it need to identify which one is duplicate, right? So how hash set will use it? By using hash set, right? So when I'm adding these methods, right? So again, let me have like 2, 3, right? 2, 3. Here 3 are duplicate objects, right? So B2, B3, B4, right? So if I'm adding in set, I need to remove one of these 3, right? How hash set know which one is a duplicate method, duplicate values, right? So numbers we can identify, right? So how to tell the hash set that these are duplicate values? We need to override. We need to override hash set,
Hash code.
hash code, right? Once we are overriding hash code, we are defining what is the duplicate method. Got it? Everyone? Asif? Right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
let
Got
me
it,
add
sir.
it to set, okay? So with box, now, right? If I'm adding, sorry, is dot add B let's add two value B2, B3, B4, B5, right? So now add it. Then if I'm printing this out, complete error anywhere. Let me enable toString method so that I will show the duplicates got removed. Now you can see how many boxes I added. B2, B3, B4, B5, right? 4 objects. But you can see in console, right? We are having only 2 objects. Why? Because these 2 consider as, these 3 consider as a duplicate. I can add, it will have 1 only because I am having hash code. Just let me remove the hash code. What will happen? Let's see. I'm removing this part. I'm deleting it, right? So I'm coming back here. Let me run. What will happen? How many here there? Right? Even the duplicate is getting added because we are not defining which one is duplicate, right? So we can method will take like can compare these two length with width. But how to tell the set that which one is duplicate? You need to override hash code. Once you are overriding hash code only, it will be able to identify which one is a duplicate, which one is not duplicate. Hope I'm making sense, right? So you're in clear, right? Okay. So now let's understand why object comparison is very important. Okay. Okay. So normally we will be having Aadhaar card, right? So Aadhaar card is there, Aadhaar card verification is there, and PAN card verification, right? So when you have a PAN card and you are having Aadhaar card, right? Verification, they will compare several things. They will not only say Anis Ahmed is the same guy, right? They will compare many parameters. So how they can identify whether the person is coming same or different, right? They need to have some source of input which will identify these people as a duplicate, right? So for example, even if you are forgetting your password, now there are different ways. Previously, what we need to do is when we say forget password, we need to give some details. They will say first name, right? Date of birth. Then father name, father's maiden name, right? So they will ask several things.
What do you like? That kind of.
What is your favorite teacher, right? So they will ask many questions to identify whether the person you forget the password is the same person, right? So if someone knows these details, they are also able to get the details from there, right? So this case, we need to identify exact details should not match with any other guy, right? So we need to make sure that only the thing should be same with 2 persons with minimal comparison, right? So we in this case itself, if you are a PAN card, right? So they will take your name, your father name, right? Your address, right? All those things they will compare. Then they will identify that you are not having any duplicate card, right? So similarly, for Aadhaar card also same. So this is the process. When you are writing a code, you only should not use equal method because you are comparing equals, right? Sometimes what will happen, lakhs of records are there, right? So lakhs. So you cannot compare one by one. So what you will do, you will convert it to set. Set will remove the duplicates. To inform set like which one is duplicate or not, what you need to do, you need to overwrite hash code. Hash code is a fastest mechanism to identify whether it's a duplicate or not. So for that, what you will do, each and every element in the particular object you will convert to hash code and you will use it. You can see here the hash code logic, right? So previously it was very complex. Now they made it very easy. They are just calling. I deleted it, right? Okay. So object.hash. Right? This one is latest method. They added from 1.7. Previous to this, you need to write a code for hash code also. Manually need to calculate the hash code. That's a different calculation. I'm not going there also because I don't want to go very deeper, right? So after 1.7, they added this simple method object.hash. It will create the hash code for that particular values. Okay. So here I'm having h and l, right? Height and length I'm taking and converting it to hash code. That 2 values. If I want only hash code to be compared with height, I can just pass h. right? If I want to compare only length, I will go with the just L, right? So those things we can manage here. So any questions? Very, very important interview question. Okay, so when you are going as a fresher and you are saying that you know the Java, there is a lot of chances that you will get this question. Can we move further? Or any questions? Hussein Khan is not there, huh? Otherwise. Huzaifa, any questions?
No, sir.
Satisha,
No, sir.
Raja,
Yeah, no, sir.
Gemini,
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
clear, right? So anyone? Muzammil,
No, sir.
so now let's move to little more further steps, okay? So now we are just comparing equals, right? Equal and hash code. Just we are taking two objects only. We are just checking whether both are equal or not. How to compare which one is bigger and small, right? So that is one of the challenge here in this case. Let's go back to our previous values, right? Just want to have a previous values. Right? Few objects here, right? One B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, right? So which one is bigger and which one is smaller? Can anyone want to guess? Which one is the biggest one? Six. This one? B6. In what basis you are saying? By parameter, right? So, but consider, let's have some other values also. No?
Sir, we can compare hash code value, sir. Hash code number, integer value.
Hash code or integer value? No. Here also you need to define which one is big and which one is small, right? So how you cannot say, like, for example, if I'm saying like we will go with the box area, right? 4, 5, 20. This one is the biggest one, right? Someone will say no, I will go with the length. Someone will say I will go with width, right? So we need to define which one is big, which one is small. How we can do that? B2. You based on your saying 9 into 3, but I'm saying I just want to consider width only, height only. So normally बच्चे मोटे दुबले गिबले रहे तभी someone भी मिलिट्री में कौन सा कंसीडर करते हैं? Height, right? So even though he's lean or something, they ignore, but height is a mandatory, right? So you cannot define. You need to define which one is big, which one is small, which one is your criteria. So how you do that? I think they are saying like we can go with a hash code. No, because hash code is only for two values compare. Which one is big, which one is small? It will not define. hash code is for removing duplicate, and it will compare one by one, right? So it will not say which one is bigger, which one is smaller. It will just identify duplicate. Equals also same. It will just compare. So मेरी mark तुम्हारा mark same, मेरा height तुम्हारा height same. It will compare like that only. So it will not compare which one is big, which one is small. So how to do that? Let's think. So we are not aware of it, right? So in this case, we are having one interface called comparable. Okay. So when you're going here, right? So when you're defining a class, right, you need to have one interface which will help you to compare the value, right? So here, implement comparable interface. Okay. So this will help us to compare the value, right? So how we can compare? We need to override. We need to override compare to method. Compare to method, right? So here what we'll do is it will return as int only. It will return as int only. So now again starting, I'm saying like I'm expecting one question from me from starting. What is the question? So when I'm writing, any collection object, right? Here I'm using integer instead of int. Noted? Anyone noted this point? I'm using integer instead of int.
Sir, yes, sir. It is a wrapper class, sir.
Yes. So why I'm not using int? Why I'm using integer?
Sir, because sets are interfaces, all collections or classes.
Correct. Right. So it will not accept any primitive data type. The
Yes,
define
sir. Primitive data type.
any interfaces which you are having, right? So any generics which you are using, it will not accept any primitive data type. I cannot use int in generics, right? So what is this integer? Integer is equal to is equal to 10. And what is the difference between int x is equal to 10?
Sir, here int is a primitive data type, sir, where a integer is a class, sir.
So why difference?
Sir, Java is purely object-oriented programming. In such cases, some places we cannot use primitive data type. So we created a wrapper classes to convert primitive data type into classes, sir.
Very good, but it's still not answered me because you're saying in some places we cannot use because it's a not pure object oriented. I'm not agree with that particular point, but you're going in right direction, right? So Umar, what is it, Umar? Umar, are you? I'm audible. So Asif, please. Tomorrow's next homework is I want
Yes, sir.
primitive data types to be read. So in Monday class, so I want
Yes.
complete theme, right? So these also what is primitive data types, right? How it is different from wrapper classes, and what is immutable, why it is immutable classes. Okay, how to create immutable class, right? These all things I want. Correct.
Sir,
Boolean will
here
be
the
captured.
class,
Yes, ma'am.
sir, here collections all are classes, no, sir. Class in set list all we store not values, sir. We store objects, sir.
Okay, that's why it will consider object. Correct. So this one,
Yes,
if
sir.
you are
If
going,
you give primitive data type, it stores values, sir.
Hmm.
Here we are
now
storing
my question
objects.
is,
That's
if you are saying object, then how it is taking direct integer? Why it is not saying like you should pass new integer of 10? What is the difference between a is equal to 10 and integer? How it is taking primitive values also? This is one of the interview questions they will ask. This is called, there is one concept is there. I'm not saying it. Islam. I want you people to read about it. So, huh? But internet is there, right? So I'm audible, right?
yes, sir.
Good. So find the format here, but we are good with it. Okay. So now I want to know this concept, how it is accepting primitive values, even its objects, wrapper classes are objects. Okay. So now let's move back to our collection. Comparative, right? So comparative will help us to identify whether the object is big and small, and it will help us to sort the value, right? So how to do that? What I will do is I will write a simple for, right? For example, O dot H dot compare to. I will make some things are primitive. There are other ways, but I want to make it my life easy. So I'm just converting it to integer. Wrapper class. So now here I will go with O dot compare to. Sorry. Let's see, I forget actually how to write that. O dot to find out. I remember. Okay. O dot H dot compare to H L dot compare to O dot. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm just using the compare to method of individual value and I'm comparing, right? So if it is more than greater than 0, for example, this value is greater than 0, right? It means first value is smaller, second value is bigger, right? So I'm comparing, if 0 is coming compared to 0 is coming, it means both are same. Less than 0 means तुम्हारा height मेरे से कम है तो one is big and one is small. Okay. So now in this case, let's try. Okay. So I will remove this first. I will comment. Okay. So now I will comment this one also as of now. Let's sort the values. Okay. Now let's go back. To here. So I want this out. Want to add it to L list. क्या विषय में ज्यादा तो नहीं है सिंटैक्स कर लेता हूं इस तरह से होता है और let me add l dot add one into three four five and b. So I just added some object boxes to here, right? So now we are good here, right? I'm just printing it. Now let me run it. Right? So it's just insertion order, whatever I have given here. Right? First one length for one. Let's add B0 also. It will help us. I will modify two things also to have some organized way. So hope everyone is following, not sleeping as of now. So just I'm adding new lines. So we can order. Right? Right? So same order, right? 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 9. So same insertion order it's following. Right? So now let's sort it. How to sort the object? In list. How to sort the object in list?
By using collections
Collection dot sort L
Correct. Collections dot
dot
sort.
sort
Yes.
L.
Right. So now it's showing error. Why? Because I don't have, just see what it's saying. Right? Collections is not applicable for argument box. So it is forcing me to modify the box. Now let's add this as comparable. Implement comparable, then override compare to me. Right? Now I'm saying I'm going back. You'll see that error will not be there. It's gone. Right? So what I'm saying, if 4 is there, right? It will go with this order. If this is same, it will go with this, right? So now let's see. So what happened? Right? It's in order or not? I didn't print it, right? I didn't print it. Okay. So now 1, 2, 4, 5. Does it sorted? Sort हुआ? Sure है? देखो. Right? Going back here. Box. Comparable interface. Code and equals. We are saying compare return, compare to box. I think they're not saved. Let me run this. न्यू लाइन में भी नहीं आया वो. न्यू लाइन कर गया. It is not sorting. क्या भाई? Sort. 1/4. Just let me go with one value. It's confusing. Just I will go with the length. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? I'm just taking length. Width I need to again write a logic. How I can draw, right? I will do it tomorrow because it's taking more time, right? So now what I did, I just compared the length, right? So based on length, I am comparing which one is big, which one is small, only based on length. I am not comparing with the width. Okay. So if I want to compare width also, I need to write a separate logic. For example, if length is same, right? Now let me write it. So what I will do here is I will just condition if L dot compare, right? Yeah, O dot L, right? Is equal to 0. Means what? If both are same, right? Then return H dot compare to O dot H. So what I'm saying is if in case length is same, then compare with the height. Okay, simple logic I written here. Now you can see the difference, right? So now let's go. Let me run it. So now it's saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's create one duplicate. Right, 1, 1. Then, but I will change 3, right? And I will change another one. I will say 1. Now I created 3 with the length 1 height difference. Now what it will do is it will, if it is same, 1, 1 is same, it will compare with the height. Now let's run it. Oh, sorry, I need to add these values in. I'll add B6 and B7, B8. Right, I'll add B8. Don't conclude. Don't. Okay, now if 1, 1 is same, second one is it is taking height. Again, one in length is same, then it will go to height 3, right? So if we are giving length as a priority, if length is same, we are going with height as a priority. Okay. So now let me start it from the beginning what we did, right? So how to compare two objects, right? We cannot compare like a string and int. Int is very easy. 1 is equal to 1, 2 is equal to 2, right? So we can compare very easily. String also, Anis. String is same, it will be same. But when we are comparing the objects, we need to compare with the internal values. We need to compare with properties. We need to define it. It will automatically will not take. If I'm saying two kids are looking same, then you need to say in which sense you are saying their faces, their height, right? Their strength, right? So based on that, you need to give the properties to identify two objects are same. You cannot directly say, "Bah, मैं देखूँ मैं same bottle देखूँ मैं तुम्हारा." तो देखो color based on color or based on the model, right? So if two laptops are same, what does it mean? Configurations, right? Even I'm saying like, भाई मैं Lenovo देखता रही हूँ, Nokia में भी same मिला भाई, करो बोलते हैं. So even though models are different, right? Lenovo and Nokia, it's completely different, but the configuration is same. So one is saying like तेरे का भी Nokia है, मेरे का भी Nokia है, भाई दोनों का same. right? They are not comparing configuration, they are comparing with a model, right? So you can compare, there should be properties comparison, right? You cannot go directly 1 is equal to 1, 2 is equal to 2, you cannot say, you need to compare individual properties. So you need to define that. How you can define it? By using hash code and equals. You want to compare, both are same or not, then you need to go with hash code and equals. So equal will help us to compare individual properties. So how about a hash code? Hash code will help us in hash set, which will help us to remove and identify the duplicates, right? So no, I want to know which one is big, which one is part. I want to organize in sorting order, right? For example, मेरे पास 10 mobiles हैं तो ना 10 mobile देखो, can you organize it? I'm asking you to organize. You can say which base, sir? What is the base you want me to order it? Right? Now based on price, based on size, based on weight. There should be some property I need to give you to make it in order. How नहीं? 10 बच्चा को सब जना को order में खड़ा लो भाई, कर बोले समझो. You need to ask question. What question? तो क्यों order सर? Alphabetical order, नहीं तो size का order, right? What category you want? Male, female. What are the things you are asking me to do, right? So you need to ask some of the properties. Based on that only you can able to compare the objects. Otherwise you cannot compare objects until you are not going in detail, right? So here what I am doing, so first thing I compare with equals. Equal will help us to compare object to object. Second one is hash code. Hash code will help me to identify the duplicates and remove the duplicates, right? Because it will not compare the properties also. If it internally it will go, it will check the hash codes. Because hash code is very faster, they are going with hash code. Otherwise you can write a code to identify individual logic also. Then which one is big, which one is small, we need to write a comparable interface. And once you are writing comparable interface, we need to use compare to method override from comparable interface. Then only it will work. Even collection.sort will not work if you are not implementing comparable interface. Got it? So someone is there, or everyone sleeping?
No, sir.
Sana,
Sir?
clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Shoaib,
Yes, sir. Clear.
Umar,
Yes, sir.
Gemini.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So can someone nominate themselves and explain summary what we discussed today, what I told in last few lines? Please come forward and just try to explain what we discussed today. Pratyusha,
Sir,
can you summarize?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. We discussed that hash code also, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And hash code will explain whether it is duplicate or not.
Mm-hmm.
And create array list,
Mm-hmm.
take the list.
Mm-hmm. No, you are not following exact order, ma. I want some order to be followed. So how we did? Hasib, you want to try?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
First of all, we discuss about how to remove duplicates, sir. From a list to we convert a set.
Okay.
After that, we discuss about sorting, sir, by using collection.sort.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we discuss about to sort in reverse order, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yes, go ahead.
After that, we discuss about hash code.
Mm-hmm. So, Huzaifa, you want to try? Is there anything organizing missing there from Hasib? Huzaifa?
To
Yeah.
comparing objects using override hash code method, sir.
Mm-hmm.
and equals method and double equals method.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ashwa,
we
you want to try?
discussed about comparable interface and overriding compare two method
Mm-hmm.
and based on properties.
Mm. Okay,
Yes.
good. But something which I'm saying, we started with
Sir, how to
compare. Yes, Ashwa, you are saying something?
we can discuss comparable interfaces by
Okay.
sir. Again, sir, remove the duplicates without using a set as equal new hash set.
Okay.
You can using equal dot equals and double equals. How to use in the
Okay.
also.
Okay. So initially we started with one point which we all miss is like we can use interface in left side for reference, right? So that one is one important point I want to be highlighted because you need to have habit. Whenever you are using a list, you should not, you try to avoid array list AL is equal to new array list. Instead, write list EL is equal to new array list. So make it habit. Then we gone with how we can compare integer, right? Then how we can compare strings, right? How we can sort strings by using correction. Then we went on stating how to compare the objects, right? So then we override equals method, and then we compared with the references, right? So then we have gone with hash set overriding hash code. What is the purpose of overriding hash code, right? So then we compare with we concluded with compare to, right? Comparable interface we need to add, we need to override compare to. Interview also they will ask simple question, right? So how will you compare with how will you sort employee object? They will ask this simple question, right? So then what you need to do? You need to select I need to override a comparable interface by implementing comparable interface. Then I need to override compare to method. I need to give the property from which I need to compare. Whether I need to compare with phone number and employee number, right? So based on salary, if I want to sort based on salary, right? Or I want to sort based on age. That all those things I need to identify, then I need to override comparable interface. Okay. So Umar, what are the homeworks today?
Removing duplicate without using converting sets.
Okay.
First one, what is primitive data type? Data and how is different from wrapper class?
Very good. Right. Next.
How to create immutable
How to create immutable
like
class.
class.
Next. Next is
And
like I want these all whatever I said, right? So these three examples to be practiced with student object and employee object. Just if I have 10 employees, I want to remove the duplicates. If 10 employees are there, I want a code to compare 2 employees. Can I add these also?
Sir, please. Sir, right.
Okay, ma. So we are good today.
Sir, last one, can you please?
So if you are having 10 employees, right? We need to have student and employee object to be having hash code and equals and comparable to be implemented in high level.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions? Any specific questions, ma? Please feel free to ask.